Welcome to Yin Yoga with Nita. I'm Nita, and we're going to be doing a Yin Yoga flow for the whole body. Okay, so you might need a few yoga blocks, maybe bolster or roll blanket, or cushions if you have them available, or anything that you need to get cozy and comfortable. There's a playlist if you want right there. I'll leave it in the box as well. And honestly, water, tea, anything that you like to practice with is welcome. Remember that the postures are offering, so anything that doesn't feel good in your body today, please adjust. And if you want to just pass or do a different posture or just skip it, please do. Listen to your body as always, okay? So we're going to start with a comfortable seat. Today I want to start kind of sitting on my heels with the block, but you can start anywhere you like. So cross-legged or sitting on a meditation cushion like this or a little cushion. Just try to find some length in your spine and try to align head over heart and heart over pelvis, okay? And then soften your gaze or close your eyes and take a moment to arrive. Start inhaling deeply and exhaling to let it all out. Start connecting with the breath without trying to control it or change it, just noticing how you're breathing. And noticing where you're breathing. Is your breath going all the way to your belly? Is it moving towards your chest? And as you're connecting with the breath, start connecting with the body as well. So, what are you feeling right now? How is the body today? Perhaps you notice any tension on the neck. Perhaps you notice some tenderness on your shoulders or your back. Or maybe you can even notice some softness. So observe those sensations, observe how your body's talking to you, and see what it might need from you today. And as you're noticing that, your mind might start to wander, thinking about what you were doing before coming here, thinking about what you're doing next, the plans you have for today, for tomorrow. So that's okay. Let it think, let the mind do its thing, and then eventually try to refocus on the breath. And let's do a few counts of multidirectional breathing. So first we're going to inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale to let it all out. Then inhale again towards your heart center. Exhale all of your energy towards the ground. Inhale towards your heart center. Exhale all of your energy towards the sky. Inhale towards center. And now exhale towards the front of you, through your chest. Inhale towards center. And exhale towards your back. Inhale towards center. And now exhale in all directions, expanding that energy. Do one more in all directions. Inhale, center. Exhale. Now keep breathing normally. Feeling that grounded energy, but also feeling that energy expanding towards the sky, towards your front, towards your back, all around you. And then within the next few breaths, start opening your eyes. Now we're going to move into butterfly. So if you have a little cushion, I suggest maybe sitting at the edge of it to try to give yourself kind of some height and some support for your pelvis. This can help you kind of tilt your pelvis forward, okay? And then bring the soles of your feet together and bring your feet as close as or far away from you as it's comfortable. So check in with that. And then check in with your knees. If you need support, you can always have some blocks or some cushions under your knees, or just let them dangle. Again, check in with pelvis, tilt forward, make sure you're not here, you're here. And then once that feels aligned and complete, we're going to take an inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to start rounding our spine towards our feet. And then our hands can do many beautiful things. You can interlace your toes, which is tricky but doable. You can give your feet a bit of a massage here. You can open your feet like a book. Or you can just rest your hands wherever they might fall. As an option, you can also have a bolster or a cushion in front of you and just rest your forearms there. So pick your starting point and find stillness. Remember, we're starting, so you want to find that first natural stopping point here. That is not too hot, not too cold, but just right for you. Finding that edge of sensation. And keeping that curiosity of like, where am I feeling this? Am I feeling it on my hips? Am I feeling it in the hamstrings? Anywhere in the legs? Am I feeling it in the lower back? Where can I feel it and how is it feeling? You can let the head dangle here. Please remember, if you are pregnant, try not to hold it for too long so you can take breaks, and try not to go super deep, right? So that first natural stopping point, you never want to go past that. So be very careful because your connective tissues are already very, very flexy. So you can take breaks, come in and out. and just not go super duper deep. And of course, we never, whether you're pregnant or not, we never want you to be in pain. It's okay to feel a gentle tug, a stretch, some compression, some shearing, but never pain or numbing or burning. We're looking to soften and melting in these postures without engaging the muscles so that we can really get into these connective tissues. Where we carry a lot of energy and where sometimes it just gets really stuck and stagnant. Like, so we want to promote kind of that liquid. We want to get rid of that fuzz. And the only way to do that is to remain in stillness, hold for time, and letting the body open up slowly. In the next couple breaths, very slowly, I start coming out of butterfly. So if you had any props in front of you, you can move them towards the side and then be very gentle. You can come to your back and kind of do a few windshield wipers here, letting your knees fall from one side to the other side, maybe staying in one side and opening up your chest. Staying on the other side, just checking in. As quick or as slow as you want to go here. And then we're going to move into straddle. We're going to do a few different straddles today, so make sure you have a good base here. Same thing as with butterfly. So if you have a cushion, you can sit at the edge of it. If you don't, you can also just like make sure that you're moving the fleshy bits of your bum away so that your sit bones are grounded. And once that's good, you want to kind of open up your legs as much as you like. So you don't have to be super wide. You can just find the right placement where you feel that sensation. So check in with that, check in with pelvis here. And once you're grounded and your legs are in a good position, check in with your knees. If you want, you can have a soft band or even place blocks or something under them so they can feel supported, or a cushion. Feet are relaxed. You're not pointing or flexing. You're chilling here. And then eventually inhaling. And then exhaling. We're going to start rounding towards the right leg. So a couple options. You can have a bolster or a blanket and just round your spine towards that. Or no props. Just inhaling and exhaling towards that right leg. Hands can be on the ground, on your leg, anywhere where you might find them comfortable. Sometimes a block can also be helpful for your forehead. So find your starting point. And stay here. Breathing. Remember to breathe. And remember to keep checking in. If you start tensing muscles, engaging muscles, notice that and start softening slowly. We have that tendency of just engage. Every time we come into a posture, it's like, ooh, engage the muscle. Maybe your kneecaps are going up. Like, no, lower the kneecap. Release the kneecap slowly. Release your feet. Soften your feet. Just breathe here. And as your body opens up, maybe it invites you to get lower, or actually it invites you to come up a bit because maybe you went too far. So always check in with that. There's always an opportunity to adjust. Although we want to find stillness, there's always movement. Your body's always moving, your blood's flowing, your oxygen's flowing, your cells, like everything's in movement. You're just trying to find stillness within that movement. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, relax your cheeks, your mouth. Maybe give yourself a little smile here. And very slowly in the next breath, start walking your hands to come up. And without releasing your legs, we're going to go to a side bend option on the same side. So place your right hand either on the floor, on your leg, or in a block on your right side. And then with an inhale, bring your left arm up and over to the right. So be very mindful of your chest. We're trying to open your chest up to the sky here instead of going like this, right? So we're trying to open it, shine the collarbones up. And then your hand can either be dangling here or it can be resting on your head. Some people are super flexy and they can get all the way to the right foot. If you want and if you can, do it, but I don't want you to be holding it because then you're engaging the muscles. So if you can do it softly, please, by all means. If not, just stay here. We're just going to hold this for a few minutes. So checking in with the side body as it opens up. Checking in with the neck, the head. Remember to keep the chest open without forcing it. Just bring some mindfulness to it. If you want your gaze to be down, that's fine too. Just as long as you're not feeling pain on your neck or you're super straining that. And then in the next inhale, come on up to center. Ooh. If you need to do any movements here before we go on to the next side, please do. Maybe rolling up your shoulders, your neck, but without undoing your straddle if you can. Remember that you can honor your body. And then on the next inhale, check in with pelvis here. Try not to be, like I said, holding a bowl of soup. Grounding your sit bones, and then inhale. Turn to your left, and then on the exhale, either fold towards the right leg or bring your prop, bring your bolster. And breathe here. Left leg. Like I said, right. This side might feel very different than the right side. So check in with that. Maybe you use a different prop for this side. Maybe you use no props for this side. Our bodies are very unique. So that constant pursuit of like symmetry and perfection is just sometimes not possible. So just honor where you are today and honor where you are at this moment. Breathing here. Noticing where the inhale is going and letting it all out on the exhale. Wiggling your toes. Remember to soften your feet. And then if the body opens up, remember you can increase sensation by going lower or decrease sensation by going up a bit. And I know sometimes it might feel like you're struggling or you're wrestling with the posture, like, oh my God, I want to get out of here. Like, this is so long. And that's okay. Like, that's the mind doing mind things, or even emotions coming up. So you can always leave the posture sooner or stay a little longer. Like, that's up to you. My invitation is to notice, why is your mind doing that? What's happening? Is it, are you distracted? Are you running away from certain emotion? Or are you like legitimately in pain? Like, if you're in pain, come out. But if you're fidgeting, then why are you fidgeting? Right? So it's a constant invitation of asking yourself and your body, what's happening? Why is it happening? And it's a practice. It's not easy to stay here. But the more you practice showing up and the more you practice listening to your body and getting curious, the more habitual it becomes. I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's a practice. Okay, so in the next couple breaths, start walking up here. We're gonna do the side bend on this side, so very slowly. can shake it if you need to. And then place your left arm either on your left leg, on the ground, behind the leg, wherever feels comfortable. And then on the inhale, raise your right arm up to the sky and then let it fall towards the left side. You can also rest your hand on your head here. And breathe. Yes, this is a great moment for side bends with babies. Yes. Start noticing what's happening on the side body, on this side. What's happening in the lower back. Remember to shine your chest up without forcing it. Trying to open that shoulder, that right shoulder, back. Breathing. And then on the next breath, very, very slowly. So coming back to center. Ooh. If you need to maybe kind of go back here and shine your chest up before we do a last straddle, please do so. But now that we've done the right side and the left side, we're gonna fold forward. So again, check in with your sit bones here. If you need to move your fleshy bits again, please do. If you want to adjust the legs, you can adjust the legs. And then when that feels complete, we're gonna inhale. And then on the exhale, we're gonna fold forward. So you can walk your hands any amount until you find that stopping point. And here, props are beautiful. You can have a bolster to rest your forearms. You can even use your hands to rest your face. Yes. And then just find that yummy spot, right? Where you still have some sensation. Because you've opened up the hips and the body quite a bit already on the straddle. So find that spot and then stay here. Remember to soften the feet, shoulders, create some space between shoulders and ears. You can also dangle your head if that feels better. And just remember why you're here, right? Why you came here today to this class, to your mat. Why are you gifting yourself this moment? Maybe you just wanted to connect with the body. Maybe you wanted to breathe a little. Maybe you're sore, you've been working out, you want to stretch. Or you simply want to be present with the body, with the mind, with the spirit, and sitting in discomfort sometimes, trying to find that comfort, trying to sit with what it is. Couple more breaths here. And then very, very slowly start walking your hands back and up. If you had a prop, move it towards the side. And now we're officially done with the straddle, so you can help your legs come together and maybe shake it a bit. Ooh. Want to shake your ankles a bit. And then do a few windshield wipers here at the speed of your preference. One thing to keep in mind is if you have your heels too close, the range of motion is kind of small here, right? So you can widen your heels a bit, your legs a bit, and then there you go. You have way more range. Then stay in any places you want to stay at, maybe for a little twist. And once that feels complete, we're going to come to caterpillar. So again, same things with the sit bones. Try to move the fleshy bits of your bum away or sit on a thin cushion and find that ground. There you go. And so once you're grounded, your legs are extended in front of you. They don't have to be completely together. In fact, if you are pregnant and you want to create some space, your legs can be a little wider. Okay? So find an inhale. Soft bend under the knees. Remember to protect your knees. And then on the exhale, you're going to round your spine towards your legs. So if you have any knee issues, this is where a rolled blanket or a bolster can be nice under the knees or just a cushion. And then you can also place maybe a bolster or a cushion here for your head or just to lie on top. So find the support you need. Find the cushions you need. And breathe here. If your head is dangling and you're like, I don't like this, you can also place a little block tower here for your head. So you can be as propped up as you like. And remember the props are a beautiful way to make the postures more accessible, more supportive, to create space. Let your spine round here. Kind of create your little cocoon. Soften the knees, soften the feet. And remember that yin, we always talk about it being about softening, about melting. I like to see it also as yielding. So imagine that you're driving your car, you're going someplace, and then you get to that stop sign, right? Or you get to that light. And then you have the option to run the stop sign or to just keep going. But yin is about yielding. So yin is about not just pushing through, right? It's not about speed or going fast. It's about yielding and creating space and stopping and finding that natural stopping point where the body's like, okay, I feel something here. It's not painful, but it is stressing the body in a way, right? And by slowing down and by stopping and by finding that stillness, you're letting the body heal itself, really. All right, and the next couple breaths, very, very slowly. We're gonna start coming up here from our caterpillar. Whew. We've done a lot of folding, so get your props out of the way for a second. And then you can either take a few more windshield wipers here, or we can do seated twists. And then a few cat cows to kind of move that spine. So for seated twist, just sit however you like, maybe cross-legged. Inhale and bring your arms up. And exhale and turn toward your left side for a twist. Finding length on the inhale and twisting on the exhale. On the next inhale, coming up, arms to sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Finding length. Exhaling, twist. Your next inhale. Coming up. Exhale. Come down. Okay, so let's come into hands and knees for a sec here. Find a few cat cows. So remember that for cow, we bring crown and pelvis up. And then exhale for cat. rounding the spine, belly button to spine. And then eventually we're going to find Sphinx to do some spine extension because we've done a lot of folding. So if you're pregnant, this is important. You're going to need 2 bolsters or a bolster and a cushion or something so that you can create space for your belly. So kind of put him like so, then lie down, placing one of your cushions or blankets or bolsters kind of on your thighs, and then the other one under your forearms. Or even so here. This is better, kind of under your chest. So check in with your belly, right? So we want to make sure that there's enough space for the belly here. And then looking forward, legs extended, finding space between shoulders and ears, and breathing here. If you're not pregnant, you don't need this one. You can either just come to your forearms. Basically, you want to find your forearms a little bit forward than your shoulders. And then check in with the lower back there. If you want less sensation, you can walk your hands forward. If you want more sensation, you can walk your hands towards you. And then, of course, there's always that option of the bolster. And we're going to stay here for a few minutes, breathing. So wherever you are, checking with the lower back, relax the shoulders. You can soften the gaze or close your eyes. Breathing, breathing. Softening the hands, the fingers. And checking in with the upper body. I know this can be tough to keep or just stay in stillness here, but that's why finding the right positioning of the arms or even supporting yourself with the bolster is so important. Because we want you to rest here, rest in this posture. All right, within the next few breaths, we're going to come out of Sphinx. So if you have a bolster here, Slide it up, slide it out. And then use your hands to walk yourself towards hands and knees or tabletop. Give yourself a few circles here. One side, towards the other side. Maybe a few cat cows. And then tuck your toes behind you. You're gonna press onto your hands and then come on up for a quick down dog. Walk your down dog here. Hips towards the sky. Chest is melting down. Find stillness here in your down dog for a sec. And then walk your feet towards your hands. Dangle here for a moment. Softening your knees. Breathing. Maybe swaying from side to side. And then you're going to turn your toes towards the edges of your mat. And then lower your hips down to find your squat. So a couple of options for your squat. You can grab a block to either sit on it, like so, couple blocks to give yourself more height, or even your bolster or a couple cushions. So your hands can be at heart center and you can use your elbows to kind of not press much, but at least just open up your legs a bit here. The distance between your feet, it's up to you. You can also roll up a blanket and put it under your heels if you need that space there. Not space, if you need that support there, right? And then just find stillness here for a second. Having your chest up. If you don't need any props, that's beautiful. Breathing in your squat. You notice any tension in the shoulders or the neck. This is a beautiful spot to roll your head one side to the other. The body opens up. If you want to remove the props, can. We're just staying here for a couple more breaths. And then on the next few breaths, there's a couple of options to kind of counter pose here. I really like coming up with your hips and just dangling a little bit and swaying from side to side. Or if you're here in your squat and you just want to use your hands to help yourself sit down, that's also an option. And you can do a few more of those windshield wipers here, or even just a very yummy back bend here. Okay, so find a seat. We're gonna start closing the practice very soon. So sit on your mat, plant your feet in front of you, and then place your hands behind you, like so. Your hands can be facing you or facing out, depending on how you feel comfortable. Check in with your wrists. And then lift your right foot and place it on top of your left leg, kind of like a figure four. And then you can use your hands to walk up if you need to get closer, or if you prefer to walk away. So check in and see where you find sensation here. Lifting your chest up, breathing here. On the next breath, bring your right foot down, and then you're gonna lift your left foot and bring it on top of your right thigh. Figure four on the left side. Again, check in with your hands. This is sort of a seated swan or seated pigeon variation. All right. And very slowly bring your feet down. And then you can find your way to lie on your back for a few recline twists before Shavasana. So for recline twist, bring your knees towards your chest. You can give yourself any movement that you need here, maybe a few circles, maybe a hug. Maybe you need a happy baby. And then eventually, you're gonna extend your right leg down, leave your left knee up, and then with your right hand, guide your left knee towards your right side. Your left arm can be extended, it can be in cactus. Place anywhere you like, and your gaze can be up or it can be towards the left side. Breathing here, feeling the twist, feeling that sheer sensation. Grounding your shoulders to the mat. Then on the next few breaths, come back to center. So bring your left knee to center, bring your right knee up to meet it. Hug yourself for a bit here. Swing from side to side if you need to. And then extend your left leg now. And use your left hand to guide your right knee towards the left side for a recline twist on the other side. Right arm is extended on a T shape or a cactus. And your gaze can be looking up or towards the right side for more sensation. Start feeling that twist on the right side body, on your spine. Breathing. And then on the next couple breaths, start coming back to center. Give yourself any other movement that you need here before we go to Shavasana. So maybe hip circles, knee circles, maybe waterfall, lifting your legs up. Happy baby. And remember, the Shavasana can be lying down completely, or you can also take it, especially for my pregnant mamas, you can take it lying on your side. That might feel more comfortable today. So find your Shavasana. If you need a blanket or something to get more cozy, please do. And take space here. Close your eyes. And start scanning the body to see how it's feeling after today. Checking in with sensations, checking in with any emotions that this practice might have brought up for you. And thanking yourself for giving yourself this time. Surrendering to this moment. And finding stillness in your corpse pose. Letting go of any tension. Letting it all go. And I'm going to read a poem by Danna Faulds. It talks about this, that talks about letting go. Let go of the ways you thought life would unfold. The holding of plans or dreams or expectations. Let it all go. Save your strength to swim with the tide. The choice to fight what is here before you now will only result in struggle, fear, and desperate attempts to flee from the very energy you long for. Let go. Let it all go and flow with the grace that washes through your days, whether you receive it gently or with all your quills raised to defend against invaders. Take this on faith. The mind may never find the explanations that it seeks, but you will move forward nonetheless. Let go, and the wave's crest will carry you to unknown shores, beyond your wildest dreams or destinations. Let it all go and find a place of rest and peace and certain transformation. Within the next few breaths, without any rush, taking your time, start waking up the body, maybe wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, moving your hands, your ankles, and then very slowly finding a comfortable seat, or if you want to close the practice in Shavasana, please do. And once you're here, sit tall. Find a few cleansing breaths here, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. One more, inhaling through your nose. Bring your hands to heart center and exhale, bowing down. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next class.